Joy he brings the world, this Jesus Lord.
Devo,
And I'm Gilda Colonino.
we're the Tutto Bene girls, and we have written and edited these 3 cookbooks to our Sons of Italy, which we raised over $50,000, and all the proceeds go to children with special needs. But today, we want to show you the tradition of Christmas Eve and how wonderful it is to keep our tradition going. So I hope all of you out there either have some kind of tradition, but this is our Italian tradition. And Josep's going to read to you what the Christmas Eve is all about.
From our Mangia Bene cookbook, I'm going to read about La Vigilia. La Vigilia translates to the eve, but when spoken can only mean Christmas Eve. Christmas in Italy is the most festive time of the year in all the regions and towns across the country. It is celebrated with many different foods and for different lengths of time. Some celebrations begin with the birth of St. Nicholas on December 6th and last until the Epiphany on January 6th. Traditionally, it was the doctrination of the church penitential rule, Mangia di Nonna, to eat lean. Most eves, a meatless menu was prepared. This enduring repast has continued, especially on Christmas Eve, right to this day. From the north to the south, each city and town celebrates with different menus and unique dishes. The most compelling reason to serve 7 courses may be for the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit: wisdom, understanding, counsel, fortitude, knowledge, piety, and fear of the Lord. Leftover foods from the Vigilia are said to be left out for the souls of the dead. Some tables are left set for the Madonna and Child to return and taste the foods.
So I think it's a beautiful tradition, but what we're going to do today is show you some of the foods. We're going to be cooking these 7 different kinds of fishes. Every region has their own traditional one that they make, but we're going to show you a couple of our recipes, and I hope you enjoy this show. Thank you. How to make fried calamari and fried smelt. That's the first 2 dishes that we are going to do for our La Vigilia. Now I dip my calamari in, I rinsed it out, I dip it in milk. And I'm going to I mix mine with breadcrumbs. And I'm going to put some semolina. I always do this.
You did it again, but don't
Semolina flour. I got it right that time.
Right.
I do that all the time.
Nice and grainy.
Okay.
Just mixing it up.
Yep. And now I'm going to put my calamari in here and coat them. I have my oil cooking. You deep fry these, and you don't deep fry them long because then they'll taste like you got rubber. You're chewing rubber. Just about almost done. These are one of the favorite dishes from everybody. Loves to go. You can get them in all restaurants now. A few more breadcrumbs. And a little bit more semolina flour. I got it right that time.
Got it right.
Where's the muffin? I need the muffino.
That's right.
Okay. I'm going to drop them in the hot oil. Not too many at a time, just a few.
Looks good to me.
Wow, that's okay.
You got enough powder.
Yep. I just finished putting all of them. Now I'm going to put paper towel over the oil. I'm ready to take the towel. She'll be ready in just a couple minutes.
Looking good. Everybody loves fried calamari. That's one of the most popular appetizers in the restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
But you know, the funny thing is in Florida they serve it with red sauce, but up here in the north we put hot peppers, hot green peppers.
Green peppers,
That's
yeah.
the funny thing about it. They're almost all done because I don't want to overcook them. They don't have to get golden brown.
Those are looking good.
I think they're done. I'm going to start taking them out, put them on paper towels to drain the oil.
Fish never has to cook too long.
No.
We all know that. Looking good.
I'll show you how I make this delicious calamari sauce after for the smelt and the calamari. The next thing we're going to do is some smelt.
Is that something new, Jeannie, using the semolina?
Well, you can use, if you don't have semolina, you can use regular flour also.
Regular
Regular flour is so great. Okay, now these are my calamari. I'm going to put them aside to serve later. And I'm going to show you how I do my smelt. Okay?
Very good.
Very good. All right, so I rinse. And this is a very, very
Popular.
popular.
Very
I
popular.
forgot my words.
Yeah.
A very popular dish in the Italian families. So I'm going to dip these smelts in the milk. And then you can use regular flour. You don't have to use breadcrumbs. You don't have to use semolina. You can just dip them in flour. And some of the fish markets actually have things that that you can just put them in. It's already prepared, like some kind of a flour or a coating. A coating is my word.
The coating is the word.
Coating is the word.
Yeah. Very lightly. And she's doing it very lightly.
Yeah. My hot oil. These don't take long to cook either, so you don't want to overcook these.
2 to 3 minutes, Jeannie? About
A couple of minutes,
a
yeah.
couple of minutes. Okay.
Rinse my hands out. And I'll be getting ready to put these on, again, paper towel. Now, where is my spoon?
The slotted spoon.
You just had it here. Here we go. All right, that's
Okay.
We need
All right,
slotted.
Lucy, the slotted spoon.
Cook them. See, they're like a light color. I'm going to put these in now.
Proper spoon.
Okay, this is our second La Vigilia dish, smelt. Okay? Now, Jilda's going to show how delicious when you want to serve it on the side or over your calamari or your smelt. So first I'm going to get very little olive oil because there's oil already in the smelts of the calamari, just to get it started. Oh, Jilda, would you get the garlic in the refrigerator for me?
Sure, Jeannie.
I'm going to saute some garlic. I'm going to put this is really good olive oil.
Look at these olives. Oh, look at olives.
Don't you know a day,
Garlic.
A
Oh,
day-
my
a
goodness.
day without garlic in your
Oh, my
kitchen, a day without garlic in your kitchen is like having a day without sunshine. But
Okay.
no, I don't use all this garlic all the time.
No, but they look beautiful.
They're all peeled.
Oh, they're all peeled.
Oh, my pan is so I
Yeah.
gotta hurry up.
Oh, my-
Oh, I gotta smash my garlic. Go in
Okay.
here. Gotta hurry up. I'm gonna throw some smashed. Whoop.
Oh,
See, when you smash your garlic, you get the juice right out of the garlic. Whoop. Oh! All right.
come on, Jeannie.
Now I'm gonna put pepperoni peppers sliced.
That's really
I'm
hot.
gonna put chopped green olives,
Sounds good.
and I'm gonna put some black olives.
Beautiful.
Then I'm gonna get some balsamic vinegar,
Oh my goodness.
and that's all there is to it. I guess I got my gas on tonight.
They're electric. Okay.
Of course, you want some lemon juice. Some more lemon juice.
Wonderful.
And the last thing, just before you serve it, see how beautiful this looks? Just before you serve this over your linguine or your smelt, you put some red onion. That's optional. You want to get me the red onion there?
Sure.
Right there.
It's right. Where is it?
And I'm going to put this right into this dish. It's electric frying pan I'm not used to. I'm used to cooking at the stove, but because we're doing a show, we had to work with
It
this frying pan.
smells wonderful. Where did you get it? It's huge.
I sent my husband to the store.
And he came home with this? Oh my God,
Well,
they're
he was
beautiful.
being a good guy, he knows.
Yeah.
And I put it in the freezer. I actually
Wow.
put it. Okay. You can smell it. I wish you people can smell
Oh,
it.
I know it.
That's
It
your
smells
calamari sauce.
wonderful.
Okay, now Gilda is going to do her bacala salad. That's a third. Okay.
Oh, I'm back. I'm making bacala salad, cod salad actually. What I did was in a pan with hot water, I made the water boil, and I added the fresh cod, and I let it boil for about 3 minutes or so until it's flaky, okay? Now, this has cooled off. I have fixed a platter here with letters, and I am going to place my cod in here. I am going to flake it off like this, like so. And then, when it's all done, actually it's a very pretty dish, and cod is very, very good for you. And the Italian people do use a lot of bacala, especially at this time of the year. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm still flaking this. And this is very tasty. It's a salad. It's a salad. Sprinkle. I had cut up some parsley, and I am going to sprinkle a little parsley on it. Fresh parsley. Fresh parsley is always better, and it smells so good. Okay, and then I will put a little pepper. There we go. A bit of pepper. Now, what happened is, and I have chopped this garlic up in the garlic press, and I'm going to put a little bit around it like this, enough to give it flavor, okay? Now the only thing that I haven't done here, this is very simple to do, and it doesn't take too long. And you put as much garlic as you wish, however much you like, and then I will slice a lemon here. That's been washed. And I will put it in a piece here and here, okay? And maybe another piece. Okay. Now, the only thing I have to put on here, which is coming shortly, my husband will be bringing it to me, is black olives. You put the black olives in here, and then you have a beautiful dish.
What about the olive oil?
And, oh yeah, of course,
The olive oil.
Thank you, Madam Chef. Of course, you must put olive oil. Is it Italian? So olive oil, okay? And you sprinkle the olive oil very nicely like that. You can put it along the edge of the salad like that. And I think that's enough because this is a beautiful olive oil. Has a nice look to it and everything. And you have your bacala salad. Simple, not too, doesn't take too long, and very tasty and very good for you. Okay?
I'm going to be showing you our fourth La Vigilia Christmas dish, Christmas Eve dish. So this is scrod, which I just found out. Scrod means fish catch of the day. That's what scrod means. So you learn something every day. What I'm going to do is, I rinsed it out. I'm going to bake it in the oven. I have my oven on 350 degrees. This is just a plain, simple, easy dish. And I'm going to sprinkle some breadcrumbs, right? And I'm going to dip my fish in the breadcrumbs. Just coat it a little. And I want to put some olive oil in the dish that I'm going to bake it in for the bottom of the dish. So I'm going to just put a little olive oil there. And I'll put more breadcrumbs on top, but I'm just going to, that's just to coat the bottom of it. This is on the top of our fish. This is like a scrod picaiola. Now, of course, you need garlic. I'm going to sprinkle some garlic. I got it all chopped up. I'm going to put some garlic on it. As much as you want for flavor. But never use powdered garlic. Always use fresh garlic. Parsley. I'm going to chop up. I've got parsley all chopped up. Jill the Pow, chopped it up for me, Jill. For color too.
Looking good.
Then I'm going to use the Bali cheese. You know this Tedesco's Bali cheese. Can't go without it. I got to take some to my grandson to Vigilia. And it's in Montreal already. It's in California. So they all love it. I'm going to sprinkle some of that on top. Some people say you shouldn't mix cheese with fish, but this really tastes good. I really like it. And I'm going to put some more breadcrumbs, a little more breadcrumbs right over the top. Just sprinkle a little bit more because it absorbs all the water from the tomato and the fish. I'm going to squeeze some lemon, a little bit of lemon for flavor, just to make it have that little bit of lemony taste. And take my seeds out. Next thing I'm going to do is to put a couple of pats of butter on it. You get a nice butter flavor too. Just put a couple of pats on it. This is healthy for you. And don't use margarine. Always use butter. And I'm also going to put a little more olive oil, pure olive oil. Pour it over the top. And I'll put some chopped basil, fresh chopped basil. Chop it with my scissor. There you go. Now I'm going to put this in the oven. 350 degrees. It should be done in about 40 minutes. And I'll show you what it looks like in the end. Thank you.
Hello, I'm back. I'm having a little problem with my voice today, but I'll try to speak as loudly as I can. I am making stuffed squid. Now, I purchased this beautiful, fresh stuffed squid. Okay, such a squid where you get your calamari rings from. Now, these are beautiful, fresh, beautiful, and I've washed them, rinsed them out with cold water, and then I make sure that there isn't anything in there, so I run my finger through it like that, and it's all nice and clean and everything. And now that I've done that, I'll rinse my hands. And I have here a cup and a half of breadcrumb. You can use either the plain or not. I am going to add a little bit of fresh parsley to this. Okay, just use your imagination. Just put as much as you think you need. That's one thing about fish dishes. You don't have to really measure that much. I have here about a quarter cup of black olives, which I am putting in here now. I am going to add some garlic. I have a beautiful garlic that Jeannie had in that wonderful pesto. That's not a problem. I add this to here. Okay. I am going to add. This is very simple. All things you have in the house except for the squid. I am going to put a little bit of pepper in there and a little bit of salt. Okay. So just 1 second. Turn it like this. Okay. There we go. A little bit of salt. Now I am going to put warm water. I have it right here. A little bit of warm water, and you just put a little bit at the time. And my olive oil. This is important. The olive oil is important. And I run my olive oil in there, and you do this to a certain consistency, okay? So I'm going to turn this all now, and I am going to make it like people are getting used to it now. I'm going to add a little more water and a little more oil until I get it to what I want. All right, this is a real traditional La Vigilia dish. Now when I get this all, you get to have I'm stirring that up until it looks like a little pasty, that you can keep it together. Okay. Add a little bit more oil here. Okay. And that's it. Now, I think I got it right here. Now you take you have to have your toothpicks ready because that's how you close them up. And you can use a spoon, but they're kind of hard to hold open, so you have to kind of push it in. Thus, these are big ones. I went to one market and they were too small. And if they're too small, they're very hard to handle. So by getting the bigger ones, you have a much easier time handling it, okay? So here we go. Now, how many fish did we do, Jean, already?
I think that's the fifth one.
This is the fifth one.
After
Wow. Okay, see, that's filling up nicely. Look at that. It's beautiful. Nice and white and very fresh. And squid is hard to find. I kind of had to order this, and the market was very generous to do it for me. Very accommodating. Now that's about right. Now I get the toothpick, and I hope Jeannie had these nice toothpicks, and I just kind of push it through here, push it through there. Oh, Jeannie, I need a plate. Yeah, I need a plate to put these in. And there you are. You have a stuffed calamari. Stuffed to my frying pan. I have a little olive oil in here, and I've caramelized the onions, about half of a small onion. I am going to put the calamari into the fry pan, and I'm going to fry them for just a few minutes, just to give them a golden look. Okay, they don't really have to cook. I am just washing them now, and then I have a gravy here that I made, kind of like a marinara sauce. And then when I am done frying these, I am going to put them them into the sauce. I will put them into the sauce, and they will cook. They will cook around, I'm turning them over now. Okay, they're almost done. Just to give it that little browny look. And then I'm going to put them in the sauce, and you leave them in there for, I don't know, a half hour or so. And then you can make linguine or a spaghetti and pour it over the sauce. Make a nice salad, and you have a beautiful dish for La Vigilia. Okay? I'm going to add a little bit of water to this because the gravy's a little I got water right here.
We call it gravy. They call it tomato sauce. La Vigilia fish dish. This is going to be frutta di mare, which means the fruit of the ocean, and it's very popular. You don't have to put all these fishes that I'm putting in here, but I'm telling you, it's going to taste delicious. I have my electric frying pan here, and I'm going to just put some olive oil in it. It's kind of high. I got to lower this. And I'm going to put some onion. Saute some onions, and of course garlic. This is my big garlic container over here. I'm going to smash the garlic so I get the flavor. This is very easy. Just do it in the frying pan. Oh, also I have my water on boiling to cook my linguine. So while you're doing this, you can have your water already boiling for your linguine. And get the flavor. Brown my garlic lightly. It's hard for me to do this with the electric frying pan. I usually do it over the stove. Until your onion is like caramelized. Okay, now I have these tomatoes. These are chopped tomatoes. Any kind of chopped, I like them chopped, but if you want strained tomatoes, you can use them. But I'm going to pour my tomatoes in. And we have a little bit more sugar.
Oh, sure.
I have some more plum tomatoes here. San Marzano. San Marzano are the best. Just so I'll have enough for a pound of linguine with my frutta di mare. So I'm going to I like to have a little extra sauce, okay?
Okay.
I am going to put, I have a half a pound of clean shrimp here. Now this is a trick you got to be careful about. It cooks in 3 minutes. Your fish cooks in 3 minutes. You don't want to overcook it, but you still want the flavor. So as soon as this comes to a boil, you don't have to cook your tomatoes long either, because this is like a fast marinara sauce. And while I'm waiting for this, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of red pepper flakes. And you have to put wine. The reason I put the sherry wine is because it's got a little sweet taste, a little sweet flavor, so I'm going to put some wine into it. About a half a cup. Then I'm going to put some fresh basil. Can you get me some basil, Joseph?
Sure.
I'm waiting for this to come to a boil.
Here's
before
your
I
fresh
put
basil.
my
Do you need the scissors?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Before I put my fish in. Now remember, my water's boiling, and actually, I'm waiting for this to come to a nice simmer. I'm going to go over my stove, and I'm going to put my linguine in. Okay? This is coming to a nice simmer. Smells delicious. I'm going to put my shrimp. I'm going to put my scallops, a half a pound of scallops. This is so delicious. And to make it a little more interesting, my fishmonger cut up a whole fresh lobster for me. So it's into lobster pieces. You don't have to put lobster, because years ago, they could not afford lobster in their meals. Now this is going to be done in about 3 to 5 minutes. And my pasta linguine is already cooking. Now, I also put some cheese. I love to put this cheese, my bally cheese, to give it flavor. So I'm going to sprinkle some of this bally cheese right in here.
But it's actually
Reggiano Parmesan.
right.
But see, I buy this kind. I love the way it's grated. And this is my Tedesco's cheese. And I have more people hooked on it.
It's just grated a different way, but
Yeah,
it is so good.
She has a
It has
machine.
a different taste,
Yeah.
you know. It's
She
really
has a machine that grinds it into these little
little
ballies.
balls. Yeah.
Well, my grandchildren nicknamed it bally cheese.
Yeah. Looks delicious,
So
Judy.
this is,
Yeah.
well,
Over
let's,
spaghetti.
now I need my big platter, and this will be done in just a few minutes. As soon as my pasta is al dente, I am going to show you how to pour it into this big platter. Okay? Thank you. Okay, my linguine's all done, and now I'm going to strain it through the strainer. And of course it's al dente. Remember al dente, because the juices from the sauce are going to finish, the pasta will finish absorbing the juices from the sauce. Okay, I'm going to pour this in this nice big dish. There it is. Now I'm going to scoop up my sauce. It only takes 5 minutes to cook, like I told you. It doesn't take long at all. Pour it all over, all this beautiful seafood. I always like to make extra.
Yeah.
This is another traditional dish. So all we have is one more left to show you. I'm going to just finish putting the rest of the seafood on it, and then we'll save sauce in case anybody who wants extra sauce, but you can smell the whole smell of the seafood.
Fish.
Now, I'm going to just get my bally cheese again, sprinkle it all over the top, and I'll garnish it with a nice basil, piece of basil, in the center. Oh, well, I don't know. It's not on the side because it looks like it's got a little wilted.
Yeah. Oh, how quickly, and that's fresh too.
And we
Wow.
it's fresh
Here's one.
today.
Here's one, Judy.
Okay,
That looks pretty.
that looks good. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to hold this up to show you. That's our frutta di mare dish. The sixth
Beautiful.
course of our La Vigilia. Thank you. Okay, I'm back, and finally we have our seventh dish, our seventh La Vigilia dish. This is one of the most popular ones. Aglio, is that how you say it?
Hallelujah.
Aglio, I said it right. And it has the anchovies in it, and it's made with angel hair pasta. Now you have to remember, the angel hair pasta cooks like in 1 minute. So we got our water boiling, and Jill's going to throw it in as soon as I tell her. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, and of course, smashed garlic, and I'm going to let that saute just so the garlic gives a nice flavor, a nice golden color. Before I have these baby calamari olives, which I love. I guess calamari are Greek olives, but you have to put those in. And of course, I have my anchovies. Now, if you don't like to see the anchovies, I'm going to show you how the anchovies, like, sort of disintegrate in the sauce, so you won't see them, but you'll get the flavor, okay? If you have capers, you can put capers in it too. All right, so now I'm going to put my Greek olives. These are really tiny ones. These are really great. And I'm going to put my anchovy with the oil and all. I need a fork, Jill. Yeah. Lucy, I need a fork, Lucy. We call it Lucy and Ethel. All right, here we go.
Here you are.
Thanks. I'm going to say
All this good food.
wonderful. So I'm going to put it up a little higher. And I'm going to sort of just mix everything in together to get the flavor. This is the easiest dish. This is so easy. There's nothing to this dish. You know, a lot of people don't realize that they turn their nose up to anchovies, but anchovies takes the place of MSG. It's a natural enhancer. And you'll be surprised how many dishes, enhancer, not enhancer, enhancer. How many dishes are made with a few anchovies for flavor or anchovy paste to give it flavor. Now the water, the juice from the angel hair is going to just absorb all this anchovy. I'm going to shut this off because it's all done. That's it. It's all done. Okay, I'm going to drain my angel hair pasta. We have it in.
It's done.
It's done. Okay.
It's done.
Okay, let me take it out. Whole pound of angel hair pasta here. Now remember, this you have to be careful with because angel hair pasta cooks up really fast and you don't want to have much. I'm going to pour it right over this. And it's absorbing all this oil and all this juice and all these anchovies and this flavor. Of course, you're going to put your cheese, your Bali cheese, or Reggiano Parmigiano, we'll say. Now, if you want, you can put a little more olive oil in it. It looks like this may need a little more olive oil because I put a whole pound in here. So I'm going to pour a little more. And you always use extra virgin olive oil when you're doing dishes like this. And, of course, here we go again. Reggiano Parmigiano Bali cheese. A good fistful. That just gives it a flavor. All right. You know what? Where's my macaroni? There it is, right there. Yeah. And it's all done. I'm going to put it right in the dish now. Stirring all this up, getting all the good juices and flavor into it.
Looks good, Jeannie.
Yep. I need my big dish, big platter right here.
Yeah.
It's done. It is done. Take my heat off.
Oh, pretty dish too.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just clean it off here.
Okay.
All right.
So here we go. Pour it right in here.
Oh, beautiful.
I shut it off.
Oh, okay, because I see the red light.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to explode off with some nice Italian bread. That is a must. Okay? I'm going to show you some of the appetizers that with garlic, olive oil, tossed with parsley. This is a mandarin orange salad. It's with endives, mandarin oranges, goat cheese, and honey roasted walnuts drizzled with about reduced balsamic vinegar. And Gilda,
Okay. I have on a bed of lettuce here, bacala salad, something that's boiled and then flaked, and your condiments added, your olive oil, your olives, your parsley, and so forth. And then I have, go ahead, Jeannie.
okay, now the Italians, artichokes are a big, big thing. So these are stuffed artichokes. My grandmother always put raisins in them, in our stuffing. Some people, don't like the raisins, but these are our artichokes. That is another appetizer that's served at Christmas time and other times of the year. Okay, now this is all started before you start your main course. These are the fried smelt we made, and this is the calamari,
Right.
fried calamari.
This is the garnish to put with the smelts and the calamari.
Yep,
That's the
calamari
garnish.
sauce that we made.
Right.
Okay, and Joga, you made.
Then I made the stuffed calamari, and you can use this and make macaroni or spaghetti, and then have this and a nice big salad, and that's delicious, and that's one of our traditions.
And this is the baked sole scrod that I showed that I made, and this is all done. It was baked in the oven, and that's this one is our sixth one. That's our frutta di mare.
And it has I don't know how many fish in here. It's about
Yeah, it
4 or
has
5
scallops
fish.
and
Shrimp
and
and
lobster, and it's served over linguine.
and served over linguine. And this, Jeannie, is your
Aioli.
This is your with the Greek olive. This is with the Greek olive.
Anchovies,
Anchovies.
and of course roasted garlic.
And roasted garlic.
Now, there was always fruit served at the end of each meal. So right here, this is a real traditional. I remember my grandmother saying these were Santa Claus's teeth, but they're pomegranates. Pomegranates are beautiful. They're little red seeds, and they're very tasty. And Gilda,
What else do you have
the
here?
Italian cookies. Okay, I have the Italian cookies here, traditional. Those are Italian cookies that are served at Christmas time and at weddings.
Okay, now I have the strufala. This is the tradition that's passing away because it is a little bit of work, but it's a cookie. You make it into a ring like a wreath, and you add. I always put almonds. I toast my almonds and honey. If you like honey, there's a lot of honey on here, and that's what makes it sweet. And I garnish it with cherries.
Okay, and then frutadelle.
Oh, this food, and they're just delicious. It's a flaky dough crust, and then it has a wonderful ricotta filling or cheese filling. That's definitely Italian. Okay, and then Jeannie has.
We have the nuts.
Oh,
Always nuts. They
Always
serve nuts. We couldn't get any chestnuts, but they do use a lot of roasted chestnuts. And then they finish off with some liqueurs, and that would be the last thing that you would have for your meal. And that's it. We hope you enjoyed our show, and just want to say tutto bene and Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas. And this was our Vigilia. Hope you enjoyed it.
Okay.
We're going to enjoy the food now.
Not about Santa Claus. Teach your children about what the tradition is and about the baby Jesus and the coming of Jesus. And I hope you enjoyed our show. The song we're going to play is Gesù Bambino, and many Italian mothers cradle their children and sing it to them as a lullaby. And Jill, do you want to have something to say?
I do have something to say. La Vigilia is all about family. It's very important that we keep our families together, and that's what I remember as a child, being with my family and the love and the care that was there. And it makes for a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone.